Hello and welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk with immigration attorney Brian D. Lerner. We are talking about the new procedures to be set in place shortly for the waivers, the submission of the waivers of the 10-year bar, a very welcome addition and change to those people who don't want to be separated by different countries. So the question is how is the proposed process, and again, it's not actual yet, but how is the proposed process different from the current process? Currently, U.S. citizens who petition for their spouses and children to become LPRs or lawful permanent residents, they must petition for a visa, and if they've accrued more than 180 days of unlawful presence, then of course, and they don't qualify for adjustment, then they must file the waiver of the 3-year bar or 10-year bar if they have more than a year of unlawful presence. Now, the proposed process does not change the requirements for obtaining a visa or the standards for obtaining the waiver, meaning you still have to get all the evidence, you still have to do the attorney cover letter. If you're going to have an attorney do it, you still have to submit the psychological hardship report and all the normal things that go with a waiver. The change that is contemplated by the proposal is that the spouse or child would be able to apply for the waiver with USCIS in the United States, meaning they don't apply for it at the U.S. consulate once they leave. And just from an immigration attorney point of view, that's fantastic by itself, because when the Department of State or the U.S. consulate or U.S. embassy makes a decision on a matter, it's much more difficult to get it reversed or overturned if there's an abuse of discretion. That's just the way, unfortunately, the law is. But if the USCIS makes a denial, for example, to get it overturned or reversed or appealed is a much smoother and easier process. So that by itself is great. Now, the entire purpose of the proposal is it will limit the process and will minimize the time that families will have to be apart. So, given that, the procedures are quite changed quite a bit, but the actual mechanics of the putting together the waiver are the same. Okay, more in the coming videos.